Today I'm going to be teaching you how to queen charge in Clash of Clans, starting down at Town Hall 9, moving our way up to Town Hall 13, because the mechanics and basics of queen charge are the same no matter the Town Hall 11, so let's jump into it. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the channel, where today it's queen charge. That's the topic of the day, because so many of you are asking me in the comments section about how do you queen charge, and you don't only ask about how to do it, but at specific Town Hall levels. So I figure, why not start here at Town Hall 9, where the queen charge begins. This is the beginning of queen charging, because this is when you get your queen. You can get her up 30 levels, and you could pop those healers on top of her, and with some good pathing and good skills and mechanics, you could actually get your queen to dominate bases. So I have one example that we're going to use right over here from the Echo Wars clan, and we're gonna really just break it down so you can understand it. But before we go any further, guys, make sure you sub the channel, ring the bell for daily Clash of Clans videos, and remember, I'm popping out 2 videos a day now, so make sure you check out the other ones as well. So the first attack we're looking at here is done by Vaseline, and if you notice here, there are 69 archers, there are 12 wall breakers. This tells you one thing, actually 2 things. One, the queen is going to be dove deep into the base. Also notice the quad quakes in the composition, which means the base is going to be completely opened up. Then the archers are to clean up the base, so that means that the queen is going to get massive value, being that the rest of the base can be cleaned up with only archers. So notice the max level heroes, having a high level queen is important. You're gonna bring 4 healers on top of your queen. So let's start some things up, because he's going to start with the quad quake, just completely opening up the center of the base. Here that is right now, really beautifully placed. The entire base is now opened. Getting the queen inside of those sections is going to be clutch, and part of that is actually funneling your queen into the base, because you don't want her to walk around. You want her to actually walk into the base. Now, I also want to note, the healers weren't dropped on top of the queen right away. The queen had to take some damage first. If the healers would have been dropped on the queen instantly, the healers would have most likely gone to those archers, and the queen would have lost her healers. We would have seen a dead attack at this point. So make sure you let your queen take a few hits before you drop the healers on top. Now notice the queen's going to pound on some wall right here. Wall breakers are coming in. Usually you're going to want to send 1 wall breaker at first, and then another or 1 or 2 to open up that wall. The first one being a test wall breaker. Now, we're going to talk about spells, because using spells and supporting your queen walk or your queen charge is so important. You need to use rage spells. You want to try to save your queen's ability as your get out of jail free card. You don't want her to have to pop the ability early and then get beat up in the core with you not being able to do anything about it. So notice the rage spell being used on the queen and on the healers, which is the most important part. Now we have the king over here with archers to continuously set that funnel. That's going to make sure that the queen goes into the center of the base, because the king and those wizards, they're going to clear out everything over there in the east. Now the queen starts taking her steps forward. The archers are still cleaning up things down south, and the rage spell is making the queen stronger, but more importantly, it's making those healers heal more effectively. Now the queen is going to be able to dive on in, take out the enemy king, lure the clan castle, which is a huge part of what you always try to do with a queen charge. You typically want to take out the clan castle troops, because for some reason, if they're going to mess up the rest of your attack. Well, we know the reason, and that is because those troops are going to damage the rest of your attack. Queen's going to deal with the Valkyrie, which could be tough to deal with, and now she's going to step forward, taking out the air defense, the king, and then the baby dragon. Notice the rage spell still on top of the queen and on top of those healers. Most importantly, queen's ability needed to be popped right there. There were no more rage spells, so her ability was now used, but 50% of the base has been taken down. So now the queen continues to pass through. Skeleton spell, more support right here. This skeleton spell is going to be used to confuse and even attack the defending queen, allowing for our queen to take less damage and have to get shot less by the defending queen. So let's see how this goes down. Look at this. The defending queen is completely sidetracked by those skeletons or those guards, and our queen can run on through. A couple of hog riders just to clean up some defenses along the back end. A couple of balloons for the same. This is working so nicely. And now a golem and the king made its way around the side of the base. Now the archers can be behind those tanks, cleaning everything else up, but the queen's not done. She still goes through, still pushes through the rest of the base. I mean, you get a ton of value, and it's really great when you can get your queen living and lasting until the very end of the attack. If she dies early on, typically you're going to lose quite a bit of value on the attack, unless if those healers can hop on over to something else. At Town Hall 10, those would be miners. At Town Hall 9, those would probably be some kind of a kill squad or hog riders running through the base. Now the queen's stuck on that wall, but the archers and the golem can clean the rest of this up. So really, a few key things to take out of this are pathing. Make sure the queen actually gets herself into the base, so you have to spend on the troops to support her, to take out everything along the outside of the base so she can get into the core, and then adding those spell support. We had rage spells supporting right here. We had the skeleton spells for support as well, and the earthquake spells, 4 of them to open up the core of the base. So all of that was really so that queen could successfully charge into the base. But I told you guys I was going to show you something also from Town Hall 13, another way of doing this. And it's your progression. Right now you may be at Town Hall 9, but you're going to eventually be at Town Hall 13, maybe still using this skill of the queen charge, but instead of your queen being 30, she'll be 75. So let's hop on over there and see what's going on with the Town Hall 13 charge. I want to quickly remind you guys that I am putting out 2 videos a day now on the channel. So about an hour after this one drops, I'll be putting out another video for another strategy game, which I'm loving playing. And because I love it so much, I'm putting it on the channel, and maybe you guys should check it out. What I ask you to do as a great part of the Echo fam is to head on over to that video when it drops, watch it, give it 5-6 minutes to see if it's something that you're interested in. If you like it, download it, and you can play that one along with me and Clash of Clans. You could play both. I'll see you guys there. All right, so we've hopped on over to the Town Hall 13 account, and there's a war hit here which uses the hybrid strategy at Town Hall 13 that really shows the development and the progress of a queen charge. So let's go take a look at it. So we're over in Canadian Brew for this one, and we have King Jason on the hit. Now notice, 5 healers on the queen charge here, using a super wall breaker instead of all the regular wall breakers. And that's really it though. There's no other way for the queen to get into the base. There's no jump spells, no other wall breakers, no quad quake, none of that. But this is going to be a hybrid attack with a lot of miners. Notice 26 miners on the hit, 2 witches for funneling. The siege barrack is selected right now. We'll see if that's actually used during the attack as well. But we're gonna see a lot of the same mechanics that we saw at Town Hall 9 being used here as well, because really it's the same thing. This is just a much more difficult base ahead of you with a bunch more weapons, such as Inferno Towers, Scatter Shots. We have the Eagle Artillery, plus we have a defending Town Hall that actually fights back. But that's all taken into account here as King Jason goes on into the base. So let's see what goes on here, how this thing starts out. Notice the baby dragon, again, a support troop, setting that funnel for the queen. The queen is dropped in yet again, a couple of archers going ahead, and now the healers. Now, oftentimes, and we haven't seen this done in either of the attacks today, someone will drop a balloon right by the healers or before the healers even go in. That balloon is going to act as a coconut loon, and its job is to make sure that there's no air mines or air traps, because if an air mine hits your healer will go down and die. Better to lose a balloon and be safe than to lose a healer and have your queen be weak into the core of the base. But I like this attack here because the queen ran into some trouble. It doesn't always go beautifully, perfectly smooth. Now notice the queen was able to get in from the bottom of the base. Over here, she's gonna be able to take down the town hall, the clan castle, but notice we have a multi-target Inferno Tower here. The queen can actually heal through the multi-Infernos. Now, if that was a single target Inferno, this attack would have looked very, very different because it would melt the queen even though she's going against those healers. And this is actually attack against WHF2, a clan that's very well respected in the Clash community. Much love to them. Now, we did just see the air mine hit into one of those healers. So if a balloon was used, that mine would have probably been taken down by the balloon and not eaten by one of those healers. Queen's going to secure the 1-star here on that town hall. That's very, very good right there. Notice the clan castle lore is now coming as well, and this is a clan castle you're often going to see. You have a lava hound and an ice golem, which is going to really slow down that queen, and a lot of times when the hound pops, these pups will damage your healers as well as your queen. Now you could pop a minion or 2 behind to help out your healers, because it looks like another healer will be lost here. Yes, so that means so far 2 healers were lost in the attack, leaving the queen with only 3, which may be part of why what happens next is what happens. But let me pause here. Notice we do have the hybrid coming in. We have a witch or 2 put over in the west for funneling, and now we have the P.E.K.K.A leading the way, and the Hogs and Miners pushing into the base. The Queen is still going, but mind you, she only has 3 healers and she's being pounded by Expos. So we're really focusing on the Queen here more than the other phase of the attack. So the Queen's going to continue her way through. She really can't do too much with those bows on her, but check this out. Her ability has to be used because it was basically auto-used because she was being pounded way too hard. The healers hopped on over to those miners, but even if they didn't, the healers would have not been enough to keep the Queen from using her ability. So there only seem to be 2, make that 1 healer left on this attack, but because of the support troops, because of the guts of the attack, even that Royal Champion coming on into the base with that beautiful freeze spell in the Inferno and scatter shot, mind you, the healers are able, that healer is able to keep the Queen up just enough, a sliver of health, but this Queen is actually going to make it until the end of the attack. Now, in an attack like this with the hybrid, the job of the Queen is to lower the clan castle, take down any enemy heroes that you can get taken down in as many defenses, but it's not to dive as deep into the base as we saw in that previous Town Hall 9 hit. This was just to cut out a funnel for stage 2 of the attack, where at the Town Hall 9 attack, the Queen charge was really the primary portion of the attack itself. But check this out. I thought it was really impressive that the Queen was able to stand and stay up throughout the whole attack, although she's been so low on health so many times, but because of that support she's getting along the way, giant bomb, she finally goes down, but there are no more defenses, so the rest of the attack is going to be cleaned up by the troops. And look at this. I love that dead king skin. It just looks, it's probably my favorite death animation inside of the game. So what do you guys think? I tried to break down the Queen in many different ways, so that you could see how to do it at multiple Town Hall levels. Obviously, when you get to Town Hall 10, you start encountering Inferno Towers. If they're set on single, you have something else to worry about. You may want to bring a few free spells along to just shut down that Inferno Tower. But there really is no question in my mind that the Queen is the most valuable troop inside of Clash of Clans. It can be argued that the Grand Warden is stronger for the Eternal Tome, that the Champion is better. No one's really going to argue that the King is better than the Queen, but I do love the Queen because she can be used in so many different strategies in so many different ways. But I hope that this guide today helped you understand a little bit better how to Queen charge into a base and some of the things that you need to look out for. I'll probably bring you an even more in-depth guide in the future so you can get those next level strategies. But I hope you enjoyed the video today. Make sure you come back later on today for another video, and just remember that I appreciate you guys. Have a great day and be good.